Noah and Muin searched for me in every corner of the castle. But they couldn't find me. Noah began to analyze the reasons and justifications for my stay here, even suspecting that I might have already fled this home. Muin felt very sad about the current situation of her parents, and Noah comforted her not to be upset. They decided to hold a farewell ceremony for me to commemorate me who had already left. Meanwhile, I am still in the back mountain, planning how to retaliate against the Silver Dragon Queen. The sunlight shone into the Silver Dragon Castle, making the corridor shine brightly. Due to Muin's inability to find Leon, skeptical Noah decided to accompany her to various places in the castle where he would go to search for him. They walked hand in hand along the corridor of the Silver Dragon Castle. Muin looked around and spoke. "Dad, where are you?" They first arrived at Roswitha's room, thinking that he would come to visit her. However, when they pushed open the door and entered, all they saw was their mother lying unconscious in bed. Muin looked around the room carefully and didn't find Leon here. She whispered to Noah, "He doesn't seem to be here." Perhaps Leon had just left and now returned to his room to rest. So they went back to Leon's room. However, when they opened Leon's door, the room was empty. Muin looked around the room carefully this time, but couldn't see Leon's figure. She said a little disappointed, "There's nothing here either." Perhaps Leon went to the kitchen to cook, so they went to the kitchen to look for it. However, they searched every corner of the kitchen, but still couldn't find Leon. "Dad?" Muin even opened the kitchen trash can and poked his head in to see if Leon had fallen into the trash can. She reached out again and searched through the garbage, trying to find him. However, in reality, she won't stay in the trash can. Muin picked up the trash can and shook it again, looking at the garbage inside with a puzzled expression. Noah stood behind, watching her tinker with the trash can. She stared at Muin's back, feeling speechless about her innocent and adorable behavior. She silently said in her heart, "How could he possibly be there?" Noah and Muin searched every place Leon could go, but they couldn't find him. Muin gradually became worried about Leon, speculating whether he had lost his way in the castle or encountered some danger. "We can't find Dad anywhere. Could he get lost?" Noah seems to have known this kind of thing would happen long ago. She crossed her hands in front of her chest and lowered her head to think for a moment. Then, she looked at Muin seriously and said to her in a mature tone, "Muin, some people are good, but they will have to leave sooner or later, just like last time." Muin didn't understand what Noah meant for a moment. Has father done the same thing before? She tapped her chin with a finger and lifted her head in thought, but couldn't recall which time Noah was talking about. She said with confusion, "Just like last time?" Noah nodded. She held her chin with her hand, pondered for a moment, and then said the result of her guess. "If my guess is correct, that man has already left." Noah could imagine that Leon would abandon them while their mother was unconscious, climb over the castle walls with a happy expression, and escape the castle with all his might. As for why Noah had such a guess, in fact, she had already had this doubt in her mind a long time ago. The family photo they took together may seem no different from an ordinary family. But in reality, Noah can feel that the parents in the photo are not as harmonious and loving as she imagined. I have always felt that my family is somewhat different, appearing harmonious on the surface, but actually having many false aspects. She's not unaware, she just didn't say it out. As an older sister, she is more mature than Muin, so she can feel that the atmosphere at home seems different from that of an ordinary family. She recalled what she had experienced before. Since I can remember, that man has been sleeping in the room, and Mom told us that he is our father. Without any explanation, the mother told her directly that the person lying in bed was her father. However, when she arrived at the bedside and looked at the unconscious person on the bed, she seemed unable to feel that it was her father. One day, he finally woke up, but immediately thought of running away. Mom didn't explain anything and brought him back. Since then, he hasn't tried to escape again. But I don't think he's willing to stay here. Since it's her father, why insist on escaping outside? She stood in front of the window of the room, watching with her own eyes as Leon sneaked out of the castle and ran towards the castle walls. Noah didn't understand his behavior. After Mother brought him back, she didn't give any explanation to her and Muin. She found it very strange. Although Leon has not made any attempt to escape now, she believes he will not give up easily. In order to prepare for the entrance exam, Leon helped her with her studies and specifically taught her the knowledge points she would pass the exam. He even stayed up late to prepare review materials for her. He presented himself as an approachable and good father. Later on, he began to deliberately approach and please me, teaching me how to learn and appearing like a good father. However, Noah did not feel that his so-called sincerity could move her. But are these really his love for me? Or is it just his plan to secretly seek an escape opportunity while we relax our vigilance? She gradually began to doubt Leon. In her recollection, Leon reached out his hand to her in a friendly manner, seemingly wanting to establish a good father-daughter relationship with him. However, she believed that he was just pretending to be good to them. In fact, he had another purpose. She began to doubt more and more what this family was formed for. She also suspected that Leon was not truly in love with her mother, nor did he truly like her and Muin, but was just confined here for other reasons. When there are unknown factors hidden behind a love, I would rather not have this impure love than become a tool used by others. Noah thinks that Leon will definitely not succumb to this fate, and one day he will secretly leave them. She watched as Leon's figure in her memory gradually faded away, silently commenting, "He doesn't belong here. Sooner or later, he's going to have to leave us behind and get out of here." Muin's eyes were filled with tears when she heard Noah say that their father might have left them. She clenched her fist tightly, with a sad expression, sobbing and saying to Noah, "Mom doesn't wake up, and Dad doesn't want us anymore. Noah, what should we do in the future?" Noah walked forward and gently wiped away the tears from the corner of Muin's eye. She said to Muin with a caring look in her eyes, "Don't worry, I will protect you." Muin could no longer control his emotions and immediately threw himself into Noah's arms, crying loudly. "Wah!" Noah tightly hugged her and gently patted her back to calm her emotions. Noah touched her head again and looked towards a certain part of the kitchen. as if she had made up her mind. She gently said to Muin in her arms, "Let's have a farewell ceremony for that man."
Hey! Have you heard about it? SF Light Novel is going to share a new comic. I have already shared a new comic. The name of this comic is The Blonde-Haired Villain. In Girl Overlord novel, also longs for happiness. I have already shared the relevant content of this comic in this video. You can click on this video to learn about the comic story and character information. If you are interested, you can subscribe to my channel and wait for the sharing of new comic.